Imagine a tax that targets the wealthiest homeowners, potentially raising billions for the government. Sounds like a solution to the UK's fiscal woes, right? But here's where it gets controversial. The so-called mansion tax is back on the table, and it's sparking heated debates about fairness, complexity, and the future of property taxation in Britain. With Labour's autumn budget looming in less than a month, Chancellor Rachel Reeves is under immense pressure. Researchers from the Institute for Fiscal Studies, IFS, warn she may need to find at least £22 billion to balance the books, as sluggish economic growth leaves little room for maneuver. And this is the part most people miss. The Office for Budget Responsibility, OBR, is expected to downgrade the UK's productivity performance, potentially adding another £20 billion gap in public spending. Talk about a financial tightrope. To address this, ministers are eyeing tax increases aimed squarely at the wealthiest individuals. Enter the mansion tax, a levy on high-value properties that could bring in substantial revenue. But how exactly would it work? Two main proposals are circulating, each with its own pros and cons. The first idea is straightforward, a 1% annual charge on the value of properties exceeding £2 million. For example, if your home is worth £3 million, you'd pay £10,000 a year. Simple, right? But here's the kicker. Critics argue this could disproportionately burden homeowners who are asset-rich but cash-poor, such as retirees living in expensive properties they've owned for decades. The second proposal is less radical but equally complex. It involves tweaking the capital gains tax system, which currently exempts primary residences from taxation upon sale. Under this plan, homes valued at £1.5 million or more would lose this exemption. And this is where it gets tricky. Homeowners would need to calculate their gain, the difference between the purchase and sale price, and pay tax if it exceeds their annual allowance of £3,000. Rates would vary, 18% for basic rate taxpayers and 24% for higher rate payers. Sounds fair, but economists warn it could add another layer of complexity to an already confusing system. Here's the real question. Is a mansion tax the right approach, or does the UK need a complete overhaul of its property tax system? Many experts, including former IFS Director Paul Johnson, argue for the latter. Johnson suggests making council tax proportional to a property's current value, rather than relying on outdated 1991 valuations, and scrapping stamp duty altogether. He admits a mansion tax on £2 million plus homes has merit but cautions it won't solve the government's financial woes on its own. So, what do you think? Is a mansion tax a fair way to tax the wealthy, or is it a band-aid solution for a broken system? Should the government focus on comprehensive reform instead? Let's spark a debate. Share your thoughts in the comments below.